Hello, everyone. Coming up here on the Pro Wrestling Show presents the AEW Collision Ring Report on Saturday night. Saturday night is all right. Fighting indeed. Coming up, Shibata takes on favorite, fan favorite, Daniel Bryanston in the beginning of the opening match. We'll get that. Also, too, Kyle O'Reilly returns from action to take on the Outlaw, Ryan Keith, and the TBS Women's Champion, Junior Hart, takes on Trish Adora. Also, too, tag team action at the World Tag Team Championship tournament continues. The crown new World Tag Team Champion for Dynasty. It's going to be a Dynasty indeed. Could be a tag team of the future. We'll tell you coming up as the Infamous takes on the House of Black. Which one of these two teams will advance on to the World Tag Team title tournament to meet in the finals coming up for Dynasty coming up in April? Also, too, we hear from the Radar Superstar, the one and only is, better known as Alan Copeland. We'll get there more, and more pro wrestling news as well. Coming up here on the Pro Wrestling Show. Pro Wrestling Show Ring Report for the AEW Collision starts right now. Hello, everyone. Welcome to this edition of the Pro Wrestling Show. I'm your host, as always, Kenji Dixon. Glad you can join us here on the Pro Wrestling Show. Join in the conversation using the hashtag Pro Wrestling here on Connect. And don't forget to subscribe. Subscribe is king. Tell a friend, call a friend, hit that subscribe button so you won't miss a thing. All right, we're going to get down to the rundown of the card for the AEW Collision Ring Report. We kick off with this Shibata taking on the American Dragon, better known as Daniel Bryanson. These two men are really technical wizards in the ring when it comes toe-to-toe, face-to-face. Which one of these two wizards will outlast the other? This match was the opening match right here, as we see Danielson and Shibata beat the whole crap out of each other. Both men try to take each other with cheap shots of each other, pivotal shots like hard shots. Shibata even tried to do a move outside the ring. Shibata known for his hard hitting style, strong style, many you may recall. And Shibata taking it to Daniel Bryanson. Bryanson taking it to Shibata. Both men wanted to do a move, a little like Indian style move, and did so. Did it in the ring and try to beat the holy crap out of each other. But it prevailed for Bryan. Danielson wins the match over Shibata. Bryanson with a smile on his face as he looked forward to his upcoming match against Will Ospreay at AEW's Dynasty, the new pay-per-view coming up for them, Dynasty. We'll see Bryan go against Will Ospreay. Bryan even sent a eerie message that he wants to take down Will Ospreay. Will Ospreay, AEW new signee, full-time now. So we'll see that. Bryan Danielson trying to have a showcase or exhibition match tonight. He did so. He did pretty good, but Shibata, Danielson, this is far from over between these two men. I'll tell you that right now. These two men gonna want to beat the holy crap out of each other sooner rather than later. So hey, we'll see. Well, speaking of that, Kyle O'Reilly is back. Kyle O'Reilly returning from a life-threatening injury. He wanted to compete. He went against the bounty hunter Brian Keith. And you may know Brian Keith from reality wrestling Booker T's school. Brian Keith and Kyle O'Reilly took each other to the limit. Brian Keith with those little pound shots. Even to the point that Kyle O'Reilly won his match. Kyle O'Reilly got a stand ovation from the Undisputed Truth. Kyle O'Reilly wasn't too eerie on what's going on with the Undisputed Truth. I think with the Undisputed Truth want Kyle O'Reilly to join into the group. But Kyle O'Reilly kind of a little bit hesitant of joining the group. We don't know what's going on with Kyle O'Reilly and how Kyle O'Reilly is going to do. But who knows? But hopefully Kyle O'Reilly will who knows? This might lead to a feud between O'Reilly and Strong. These two men used to be tag team partners. Now totally on the different opposite side, but I think Roger Strong wants him to join the group, but Kyle O'Reilly, like I said, he's kind of a little bit apprehensive at the moment. Speaking of that, Claudio was in action against Lance Archer. These two men about almost in height difference in side to side. These two men wanted to beat the holy crap out of each other, and they did so. And what a match that was coming up. Archer taking it to Kyle O'Reilly. Archer, not Kyle O'Reilly, but Claudio. Archer tried to take it to Claudio. Claudio didn't even know what was going on, even to the point that Archer clotheslined Claudio, took him down. Even took him down. Claudio doing his giant swing, the infamous swing that he likes to do over his opponents to make them head dizzy and stuff. And it went down with that. But we saw Daniel Bryan came out there. Bryan Danielson and Shibata, they had their match earlier. Daniel Bryan and Shibata coming out there to help aid Claudio. Claudio trying to earn mutual respect. Who probably could see Shibata go against Claudio 1-on-1? Could see that coming towards our way sooner rather than later. So we'll see that coming up, how that's going to go. Well, we know that next week, Mercedes Moné made her debut. They did a rundown of her debut in AEW. It was the worst kept secret in AEW. Mercedes Moné finally debuted in AEW. Mercedes Moné is now indeed all elite and all elite indeed. We'll get to a little bit later on hot wrestling, hot topics on her deal, what her creative will be going forward. She might be the face of the women's division of AEW to help take AEW new heights that never went before. So Mercedes Moné getting the opportunity, and the opportunity is given to her. We'll see. Speaking of Mercedes Moné, we know that she may be targeting Julia Hart for the TBS Championship. Julia Hart was in action tonight. She went against Trisha Dora. Julia Hart tried to I guess she did what she could do. Julia Hart was in action taking Trisha Dora down, and she did so with the move with Trisha Dora. So Julia Hart wins her match. All these matches were more showcase matches, if you ask me. It was just to build up storyline indeed, and it kind of did for Julia Hart. Julia Hart wins her match and stuff. So hey, we'll see. Speaking of that, um, speaking of women's division, we know that Thunder Rosa will join Deonna Purrazzo this week. Thunder Rosa will team up with Deonna Purrazzo, take on women's champion Toni Storm and her protege Mariah May in a tag team match. We got insight that happened last night on Rampage of her Thunder Rosa being introduced as Deonna Purrazzo's tag team partner. We'll see that match coming up this week on Dynamite this Wednesday. So we'll see how this all going to play out and how does Thunder Rosa fit into the women's championship picture along with Deonna Purrazzo. There might be some jealous tendencies going on in Thunder Rosa easing her way to probably becoming women's champion sooner rather than later. So we'll see how that's going to go. Speaking of that, fan favorite Daniel Garcia was in action. The upcoming rising star went against Lee Moriarty in a match. Daniel Garcia taking on Lee Moriarty. These battle of could be future main eventers in AEW, especially Daniel Garcia. Daniel Garcia kind of reminds me of Daniel Bryan, but Garcia was in action against Lee Moriarty, taking his knees down and did what he needed to do to suffocate Lee Moriarty. Daniel Garcia with the move, with the sharpshooter move to get the win. Daniel Garcia picking up a win and keeping himself going. So we could see Daniel Garcia down the road, but he's been a mainstay in AEW, especially on Collision, winning matches and picking up wins and stuff. So hey, we know how that's going to be going forward for Daniel Garcia. He got a bright future, a blue chipper, if you ask me. And we also saw that the rated R superstar Edge, better known as Adam Copeland, came and did his final stop and stuff. And Copeland came out there, and Adam Copeland said that he's going to target Christian Cage. Him and Christian Cage meets this week on Dynamite for the TNT title. That should be the main event heading towards Toronto. And saying that about their years together as a tag team, singles competitors, looking out for each other as brothers, and now come to a head like this. And Edge said that he's going to bring Spike. Everybody was wondering what was Spike, what was in Spike, And Edge did deliver, saying that Spike is sort of like how Janice. Many of you are TNA fans back in the day when Abyss used to have Janice like a long stick, a long wooden paddle covered with thumbtacks and nails. I guess he's going to use that coming up soon. So we'll see Edge versus Christian for the TNT Championship and how that's going to go. Well, also too, a team that's on the rise, the Infantry, Sean Dean and some other dude went against the House of Black. Buddy Murphy and got his name Brody King. They were in action, and it was a tag team affair. I say that right now. The tag team affair was that what happened. You can tell right here. They didn't waste no time. The House of Black could be the heavy favorites to win the tag team championships. They took it to the Infantry. Brody King took one of the Infantry down with a pile driver onto the table. But Sean Dean found and managed to get the win. Sean Dean get the win over Buddy King. I think that was helped by the Briscoe brother, Mark Briscoe. Mark Briscoe helping out the Infantry. And now we can see the tag team picture now a little bit clearer now, a little bit clearer right here. You can see right here, the Young Bucks and Private Party are in the tag team championship, the EVPs. Could have wrestled away the tag team titles almost 2 weeks ago, but they didn't against Sting and Darby, which Sting and Darby vacated the championships due to Sting retirement. The Undisputed Kingdom versus a wild card. We'll see that. The Best Friends will be in the Don Callis family. Ricky Starks and Big Bill, former tag team champions, have a shot to win back the gold against Top Flight, who could be future tag team champions down the road. FTR and let's see, the Infantry was the wild cards against the House of Black. So I guess now the card is filled. The Infantry will meet will meet FTR coming up in the tag team semifinals, and we'll go from there. Who's going to jock in position? I think the Young Bucks will probably be in one of the finals, and probably FTR. So we'll see how this will go. The AEW World Tag Team Championship tournament continues. Tag team wrestling will be promoted and be more emphasis on the tag team division more than ever. So we'll see that coming up. So that ends the AEW Dynamite Ring Report. Let's move over to Wrestling Hot Topics. Speaking of Wrestling Hot Topics, WWE and AEW is having tag team tournaments, and they're trying to put emphasis on tag teams, especially for WWE side of things for WrestleMania. But the Undisputed Tag Team titles will be defended in a ladder match at WrestleMania, a multi-time match. Well, we saw more matches being announced. This week on SmackDown, the Street Profits take on the Authors of Pain, and then on the other side, the OC takes on Grayson Waller and Austin Theory. So I don't know. We will also want to send our condolences to Angelo Dawkins. His mother, he announced that his mother passed away, so we want to send our condolences to him. And who knows if he's able to, go on with this match because of a recent loss. So it'll be understanding. But we'll see coming up on SmackDown, a lot of tag team emphasis on the WWE side for WrestleMania to fill up for tag team wrestling, as well the AEW side as well. So a lot going on both sides of tag team wrestling. Well, speaking of that, Shayna Baszler will be making her GCW debut. Shayna Baszler will be on Bloodsport, Josh Barnett's Bloodsport. This was Josh Barnett. He made the offer to Triple H. Josh Barnett wanted Shayna Baszler to be at his event. Triple H agreed, and now I guess Triple H and Josh Barnett have a sort of agreement. And congratulations, Shayna Baszler, stepping outside of her box. I want to go out in the Indies rather than WWE. Speaking of that, The Rock, who was the most electrified man in sports entertainment, The Rock did a lot of Attitude Era-ish rock with a lot of cussing and a lot of promo time. and long standing and saying there's a problem with the superstars because they want to stick in the PG. The Rock did take a lot of time, but he didn't mean to. But that's just the Rock being the Rock. But a Rock will get. We know that reports that he may be with the WrestleMania coming down after WrestleMania. He may not be around. So hey, you get as much of the Rock you can get because you never know with greatness in your face, and you never know with the Rock. And so the Rock, getting all that press for WWE, getting WWE ready and set. So not WWE. Speaking of the Rock, yeah, Rock probably rivalry with Al Snow back in the Attitude Era. Al Snow said something about AEW guys getting hurt and not trying to secure their future. Well, Bully Ray chimed in and supported Al Snow on his future, on what he was saying. Said the AEW guys don't want to take heed to what he's trying to say. I think I believe what Al Snow is saying, I believe what Bully Ray is saying does make sense. Does make a lot of sense to me on what's going on. So I kind of believe what Al Snow saying and what Bully Ray saying. Hey, the AEW guys like to take risks and stuff, but they don't realize they're trying to secure their future. I think that's what Al Snow trying to tell them, but we'll see. If he's talking about the Darby Allins in the world and everybody else. So, hey, you know how that go. Well, speaking of AEW, can AEW and WWE guys get along? I guess so. We just see Carmelo Hayes and Swerve Strickland probably out on a gym working out. And you can tell Carmelo getting ready for his match against Trick Williams. And Swerve probably will be getting ready for his match against Samoa Joe for the World Championship. So I guess they're hanging out, taking pictures together, and everything else. All cool and everything else. Well, we told you about Mercedes Moné. She's Sasha Banks. Mercedes Moné made their appearance. It was the worst kept secret, but everybody knew she was debuting. Even she knew she was debuting because she kept saying Boston. Well, Mercedes' agent or advocate, Kevin Lagalo, who's married to Maria Menounos, said that Mercedes, WWE did want her back, but it was a generous offer, but AEW got her more. We heard rumors, reports that Mercedes wanted more money, but WWE could not match AEW's offer. So Mercedes decided that she wanted to take AEW's offer, and what she did. So Mercedes, yeah, so she'll come back to WWE soon, eventually. But right now she's AEW. So we'll see how that's gonna go for her. You can tell they got big plans for her because they put on the opening episode. So a lot of stuff going towards the way and going towards how things are for AEW and how everything is jockeying in position for Sasha Banks / Mercedes Moné. I'm so used to calling her Sasha Banks. So a lot of you people, when these stars go to AEW, you so used to calling them what they were in WWE. So sometimes you just catch me slipping up that they might be, hey, like Sasha Banks. I'm better known as Mercedes Moné now, but I'll say Sasha Banks because I'm still in that WWE mind frame a little bit from them being from a previous company, and now they're in a different transition. Who knows? But how that may be. All right. We know coming up this Monday on Raw for the Raw Ring Report, we will see Nia Jax take on Becky Lynch one-on-one. Nia Jax will take on Becky Lynch 1-1, a last woman standing match. I'm assuming that's gonna have to be the main event. We'll have everything going. We continue the road to WrestleMania, the road to Dynasty. A lot going on. Even I remember this with Roman Reigns. Said, I miss Roman. Where are you, man? 2021. Who knows? But Roman Reigns with his signature championship during his first year, a couple months as champion. So hey, We'll see. All right, that's going to do it here for the Pro Wrestling Show presents the Collision Ring Report. We'll see you Monday for the Raw Ring Report here on the Pro Wrestling Show. So y'all have a great weekend. Have a great Sunday. And we'll do it right back again here for Monday. So me being Kendrick Dick saying so long. Have a great weekend.